Oh, hey. All right. This is Tony again with Tony's Wicked Cool Garage there, guy. And we're going to try something new today. So I've been wrenching on my 1979 Trans Am. If you couldn't tell, there's a giant shaker tumor sticking out of the hood of this thing. And we're going to try to give it a little spin around the neighborhood. It's been off the road for 12 years or so. Yeah, so let's see how this goes. All right, let's start her up. All right, here we go. See if this works. It's got reverse. Brakes, sort of. Okay. Let's go! Second. Third. So we have all three gears in the TH350, so that's a bonus. Does it stop? Oh, let's see. We got brakes. They sort of stop. That's cool. Alright, let's get it going. Sorry for the shakiness. This car's, well, it's been on the road for 12 years, and I went through the suspension in like 2006. Pardon me, the glove box door just opened up on its own. Okay. Around 2008, the original 403 decided to give up the ghost for the second time, so I put together a Pontiac 400, and it's made of all sorts of different Pontiac parts. There's a 350 nodular crank in it, in rotating assembly. It's got Speed Pro domed pistons because I was chasing horsepower numbers at the time like a moron. It's got a pretty healthy comp cams, extreme energy 268H cam. It's pretty good for the streets. I put a mild converter in it at the time because it needed it. It's got 273 rear gears. This is a WS6 car, so it's got four-wheel disc brakes and all the handling upgrades and the super tight steering box that these have. And yeah, it still handles really great for a car from all the way back in 1979. And over the years, it's kind of sat, not doing much. Basically, life got in the way. I got married, bought a house, switched jobs a few times, bought other project cars that got in the way. Really just, yeah, just life gets in the way sometimes when you're trying to have fun. But this car and I have gone way back. This car and I go back to 2002. So this is actually the 20th anniversary of me owning this thing this month, which is nuts. I bought it while I was in college. I had actually gotten in a car accident and I had an insurance payout with my daily driver, and I had a hole burning in my pocket, and one of my uncles found this thing on the side of the road for sale, and I had enough money for it. So I went and I checked it out and I bought it. And again, it's a original 403 car, 79 WS6 Trans Am. So it's got the 15x8 wheels and all that stuff I mentioned earlier. It's silver, as you can tell. No, it's not Smokey and the Bandit edition, but which is just one of the special edition cars from 76 through 81. You could get them in various forms and colors and things. But it is kind of a special car. One thing that got me right away is when I was checking this thing out, I noticed that it had some weird, like, parts on it that I've never seen before. And one of them was the speedometer. I'll have to get a picture of that or something for people to see, but it's from a company called Trans Am Specialties, which is a tuning house from back in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. And they actually made turnkey, what they called Bandit Edition cars that were like 80, 81 cars that had built 455s in them and a bunch of other stuff. But you could actually, they had a parts catalog, just like you would go on like a tuning website now and buy parts for your Civic or whatever. These were hot cars back then. People were modifying them on day two as soon as they got the thing home. So they sold everything from engine mods to exhaust to decorative parts. And one of the things that they sold was they sold chassis braces for they're tied the core support in to the fenders, and they sold those. They were made of like aircraft aluminum, or probably just whatever aluminum they had in the late 70s, early 80s. And they look pretty cool. Those were on the car. It had a Hurst dual gauge shifter, which is kind of a sought after item these days. And it also had a, wow, I think it was a two-door Jetta. That was pretty cool. Don't see those anymore. And it also had a Trans Am Specialties 170 mile per hour speedometer that was calibrated. So yeah, super cool car. Needs some body work and paint and all that crap, but I built this motor, like I said earlier, back in around 2008. I was shooting for about 400 horsepower. I don't know, it goes pretty good. I'm not going to get on it right now because it's still waking up from being dormant for 12 years. But yeah, I mean, everything's good. Got good oil pressure. Got the volts. It's got gas in it. It's got a big 4-core radiator in it, and it keeps it cool. But yeah, it's a cool car. Handles really awesome. Like I said before, this thing does not have any body roll whatsoever. It surprises the hell out of me every time I drive it. So, yeah, but that's what it is. But right now I'm still working on some tuning issues. I mean, the carb it's been sitting for 12 years, and you know what happens to carbs when they sit for like a year. So I can't believe it even has throttle at all. It's got a Holley 670 Street Avenger on it. Those were fairly new at the time when I picked this up. It actually was on my 403 before this, and I decided to keep it around. But yeah, I dig it. I'd love to do a Holley or MSD fuel injection system on it, like I did with my Project Power Laggin'. But maybe we'll get there someday. This seems to be doing the trick for now, and it's dead simple. We'll be doing some tuning on this thing soon. We'll be doing some body stuff. I'll be learning along the way. Take some more videos. I promise I'll get some more content up soon. It's been quite a long time since I did more. So, oh man, turning this thing into the driveway. It doesn't feel like stopping. It slows down from speed, but it does not enjoy coming to a dead stop. You gotta really stand on it. But yeah, check out the shaker. It still shakes. All right, quick video. Glad to be back. Glad to have the Trans Am back. We'll do this again soon.